Have you ever noticed something strange? When you were a child, a single summer felt endless. A school year seemed to last forever. Waiting for your birthday felt like an eternity. But now, weeks disappear in what feels like days. Months blend together. And before you know it, another year is gone. Many people describe the same feeling. It can seem as if life itself is speeding up. Yet clocks haven't changed. The earth isn't spinning faster. Time moves exactly as it always has. So why does it feel like every year passes more quickly than the one before? The answer lies inside your brain. And once you understand it, you may never experience time the same way again. Imagine a 5-year-old child. For that child, 1 year represents 20% of their entire life. That's huge. 1 year contains a massive portion of everything they have ever experienced. Now imagine a 50-year-old adult. 1 year is only 2% of their life. Compared to everything they have already lived through, it feels much smaller. Some psychologists believe this is one reason time appears to speed up as we age. Each new year becomes a smaller fraction of our total experience. The brain measures time relatively, not absolutely. In other words, it compares experiences to what has already happened before. And as your life grows larger, each individual year occupies less mental space. Think of it like adding books to a library. When there are only 5 books, adding one more feels significant. When there are already 5,000 books, adding one more barely changes anything. Your memories work in a surprisingly similar way. But that's only part of the story. Another important factor is novelty. Children live in a world full of first experiences. Their first day of school, their first bicycle, their first friendship, their first vacation, their first movie, their first heartbreak. Their brains are constantly processing unfamiliar information. And whenever something is new, the brain pays close attention. It records more details. It creates richer memories. It builds stronger mental landmarks. Because of this, childhood memories often feel dense and expansive. Many things happened. Many things were new. Many things stood out. As adults, however, life often becomes predictable. Wake up, go to work, answer messages, prepare dinner, watch something, sleep, repeat. The brain loves efficiency. When experiences become familiar, it stops paying close attention. Instead of recording every detail, it creates shortcuts. The result is surprising. When fewer details are stored, fewer memories are created. And when you look back, that period feels shorter. Not because it actually was shorter, but because your brain saved less information from it. Think about a road you travel every day. At first, you notice everything: the buildings, the signs, the trees, the turns. But after months of driving the same route, something strange happens. You arrive at your destination and barely remember the trip. Your brain switched into automatic mode. Much of the journey happened without conscious attention. Life can work the same way. When years become repetitive, the brain begins running on autopilot. Days blur together, weeks blend into months, months blend into years, and suddenly you find yourself asking, wait, wasn't New Year's just a few weeks ago? Memory plays a much bigger role in our perception of time than most people realize. In fact, the feeling that time passed quickly often appears after an event, not during it. Consider a vacation. While you're waiting at the airport, time may feel slow. While you're sitting on a long flight, time may feel slow. But months later, when you remember the trip, it feels substantial. Why? Because the vacation generated many unique memories. Your brain stored numerous experiences: restaurants, conversations, landscapes, unexpected moments. When you look back, there is a lot to remember. And because there is a lot to remember, that period feels larger. Now compare that with a month spent following the exact same routine. You worked, you ate, you slept. Nothing unusual happened. When you look back, there are fewer distinct memories. As a result, the month feels compressed, almost as if it barely existed. Neuroscientists sometimes describe memory as the ruler we use to measure the past. The more memory markers we have, the longer a period appears. The fewer markers we have, the shorter it seems. Imagine reading a book. One version contains hundreds of chapters. Another contains only 10. Even if both books have the same number of pages, the one with more chapters often feels longer. Your brain organizes life in a similar way. Memories become chapters. Novel experiences become landmarks. Without landmarks, large sections of life can feel strangely empty. Technology may also be making this effect stronger. Today, many people consume endless streams of content. Videos, posts, notifications, messages, news, entertainment. Every spare moment is filled. At first, this seems harmless, but constant stimulation can reduce awareness of the present moment. Instead of fully experiencing events, we rapidly move from one piece of information to another. Hours disappear while scrolling. Entire evenings vanish without leaving strong memories behind. The brain receives stimulation, but not necessarily meaningful experiences. And meaningful experiences are often what create lasting memory markers. There is another fascinating reason time seems faster with age. As children, we spend much of our attention focused on the future. We constantly anticipate things: birthdays, holidays, summer vacation, school trips, special events. Waiting stretches time. Anticipation slows perception. Adults often have fewer highly anticipated milestones. Many goals become long-term and abstract. Instead of counting days until something exciting happens, we focus on responsibilities. The result is a subtle shift in how we experience time. Less anticipation, less excitement, fewer psychological anchors. And once again, time appears to move faster. But here's the good news. If time feels like it's speeding up, there are ways to slow down your perception of it. Not literally, but psychologically. The first method is simple. Seek novelty. Try new activities. Visit unfamiliar places. Learn new skills. Meet new people. Take different routes. Read different books. Expose your brain to fresh experiences. Remember, novelty forces attention. Attention creates memories, and memories expand your perception of time. The second method is mindfulness. Most people spend a large portion of their day thinking about the past or future. Very little attention remains for the present moment. Mindfulness trains awareness. It encourages you to notice details, the sounds around you, the feeling of the air, the taste of food, the expressions on people's faces. The more attention you give to the present, the richer your memories become. And richer memories often make life feel fuller. The third method is to break routines occasionally. Routines are useful. They save energy. They reduce decision fatigue. But too much routine can make years blend together. Small changes matter more than you think. Try a new hobby. Visit a different cafe. Learn a language. Start a creative project. Take a spontaneous weekend trip. Even minor variations can create powerful memory markers. Perhaps the most important lesson is this. Time isn't only measured by clocks. It's measured by experiences. Two people can live through the exact same year. For one person, it feels long, rich, and memorable. For the other, it feels like it vanished instantly. The difference often isn't the amount of time. It's the amount of life packed inside that time. One day, all of us will look back on our lives, and we probably won't remember every ordinary Tuesday. We won't remember every notification, every email, every routine task. We'll remember moments, experiences, people, adventures, conversations, risks we took, places we explored, things we learned, the moments when we truly paid attention. Maybe that's the real secret. Life doesn't necessarily become shorter as we get older. It only feels shorter when we stop creating memories worth remembering. So, if the years seem to be flying by, perhaps the solution isn't trying to hold on to time. Perhaps it's learning to fill it with more life. And maybe, just maybe, that's how we make the journey feel longer.